Hi guys, Mrs. Hanson here to do Thursday's phonics lesson. It is lesson 153, page 305 to 306. So we're going to start on the classwork side. So put your name on the top and let's get started.
So this is a review of something that we've already learned, okay? Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Remember, they ask what kind and how many. So the instructions say, read the paragraph, circle the adjective for the underlined noun, draw a small arrow from the adjective to the nouns they describe. Some nouns may have more than one adjective. So let's read the paragraph. My family visited many interesting places. So many is an adjective because it describes the places. That's many places. And interesting is an adjective because it also describes the places. In Yellowstone National Park, we saw bubbling geysers. So geysers is a noun. What is the word that describes the geysers? Bubbling. So we're going to circle bubbling and draw an arrow to geysers. Smoking fumaroles. What word describes them? Smoking. And several hot springs. This one's tricky. There's two. So the hot describes the springs, and what else? How many are there? There are several, so that's also an adjective that describes the springs. My favorite geyser was Old Faithful. So geyser is a noun, and what word describes the geyser? They're talking about their favorite geyser. So favorite is an adjective that describes geyser. Next sentence. It shoots steaming water. All right, water is a noun. Which word describes the water? What is the water like? It is steaming. Circle it and draw an arrow. High into the air. I saw this amazing eruption 2 times. Okay, so eruption is our noun. What is the word that describes eruption? Amazing. And how many times did they see it? 2. 2 is an adjective and it describes how many times. I also saw many steamy fumaroles that made the steep hillsides look as if they were covered in white smoke. Whew, there's lots in here. Okay, so fumaroles, what kind are they? They're steamy. We'll just go under here and draw our arrow that way. All right, that made the steep hillsides. So what kind of hillsides? They're steep hillsides. Oh, and we forgot one for the fumaroles. It answers what kind. So there are steamy fumaroles and there are many fumaroles. It's get kind of messy here. Okay, there we go. All right, and then smoke. What kind of smoke? White smoke. All right, the hot springs were deep pools of hot water bubbling from the ground. So what kind of pools were they? They were deep pools. So deep is our adjective describing pools. And what kind of water is it? It's hot water. So hot is our adjective to describe the water. Bubbling from the ground. Some springs were beautiful colors like emerald green, dark blue, and bright yellow, but they smelled like rotten eggs. Yuck. Okay, so colors is a noun. What word describes colors? Beautiful. So beautiful is our adjective describing colors. What kind of green? Emerald green. Dark describes the blue. And what word describes yellow? Bright. So bright is our adjective to describe yellow. And then what kind of eggs does it smell like? It smells like rotten eggs. Yuck. All right, good job, guys. Number 2, use the sentence key to write what kind of sentence it is. So can you imagine a mud puddle that bubbles? This is a question mark. So this is a question. Which sentence? Declarative, imperative, Interrogative or exclamatory? Which one means question? Interrogative, so you're going to put I-N-T. In Yellowstone, you can see mud quietly bubbling. So this is just a regular sentence, ends with a period. It's not a demand, just plain old sentence. So that is a declarative sentence. This mud is so hot that it is actually boiling, just like the water in a pot on your stove. Ends in an exclamation mark, so it is what kind of sentence? An exclamatory sentence, right? Because it's exclaiming. All right, on the bottom, you're going to fill in the sentence, okay? So they give you one word here. Each of these lines stands for a word, okay? So put one word on each little line here. Dad took a picture of the waterfall. Dad took a picture of the waterfall. Dad took a picture of the waterfall. Let's fill it in. Dad took a picture of the waterfall. Okay, now I want you to go back and I want you to circle the compound word in that sentence. Circle the compound word in the sentence. Remember, compound words are two individual words smushed together. So which word did you circle? Waterfall, because water is a word and fall is a word. And they're put together to make a compound word. Okay, go ahead and flip this over to the back. I'm going to go over each section for you so you know what to do on the seat work side. You're going to write an adverb for each verb. So remember, an adverb describes how you do a verb. So, run. How can you run? You can run quickly. You can run slowly. You can run wildly, right? So I'm going to put run slowly. All right, and you're going to do that for all of them. Number 2 says read the sentence. Circle the adverb for each underlined verb. So you're going to identify the verb, which they've underlined. The baby giggled. Giggled is an action, right? You can giggle. And how did she giggle? She giggled happily. Remember, adverbs a lot of the time end in ly. Number 3, nighttime in Yellowstone National Park is the perfect time to see lots of stars. The sky may seem to be so full of stars that there is no more room. Color the star next to the name of the star that comes first in ABC order. All right, so you're going to look at this section. We have Sirius, Altair, and Rigel. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. So R, A, or S. Which letter comes first in the alphabet? A. So we're going to color in the star for the one that starts with A. And number 4, write an adjective for each noun that tells what kind or how many. Adjectives are what we did on the front, okay? So you're going to fill it in. Remember, they answer what kind and how many. All right, guys, have a wonderful Thursday. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.